Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Chow with Lau. Today I'm going to show you how to make these chicken lettuce wraps. Get your woks ready. So the first thing we're going to do is prepare our chicken. If you can't get hold of chicken mince, get a couple of chicken breasts and just finely slice them so that they're in tiny pieces, almost like chicken mince. I actually prefer to do it this way. It's a little less convenient obviously, but what I find is you can actually get the chicken to exactly the right size bits. I think minced chicken is probably a little bit too fine for the purposes of doing this lettuce wrap because it has tendency to kind of just get a little bit dry because it's so small. When you cook it, all the moisture cooks away. So I like to cut it pretty fine. As long as you've got a sharp knife or implement, we can do that. So cut it into fine strips, and then we go across like so. And it goes almost like minced chicken, but it's just a little bit chunkier, just a little bit chunkier. And there you go. So it's finely chopped, but not quite minced, so it shouldn't go to mush. It should still hold a little bit of shape, give you a little bit of bite. Right guys, on to the stir fry. A tablespoon or so of cooking oil. To that I'm going to add my finely chopped garlic and ginger. There's 3 cloves of garlic in there and about 1 cube of ginger. Get these aromatics on the go. Going to also add about half a finely chopped onion. This will get the aromatics going, it'll give us that nice base of flavour. Okay, just be careful not to burn the garlic. Okay, so next I've got about half a finely diced carrot. Again, bit of flavour but also a little bit of bite and crunch. I've stayed away from water chestnuts or tinned water chestnuts from this recipe because quite frankly I just don't like them. I can't sort of give you a recipe that I wouldn't like myself, so I'm trying to be honest with you. To replace that crunch, I've got some finely diced carrot, and that it's got quite a neutral flavour, so it'll just sort of blend in nicely. I guess it's a little bit like the base of a bolognese sauce, carrots and celery, but I'm not using celery for this particular recipe. Okay, now we've got that on the go, I'm just going to push it to one side, add a little bit more oil, a tablespoon or so, and I'm going to put our finely chopped chicken or our minced chicken, depending what you've got, into the wok. Okay, and we can start getting that on the go. I would refrain from using minced turkey. I know you can find minced turkey quite easily and it's cheap, but it's a little bit dry. So I wouldn't use that if I were you, but obviously if you want to give it a go, because obviously turkey is extra lean, of course you can try that. I wouldn't personally do it just because I think it would come out quite dry. So we're going to brown this chicken. So at this point we can integrate all the veggies and the chicken. And as the chicken starts to cook, we can add some of our flavour ingredients. So I've got 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce here, and if you're not familiar with hoisin sauce, it's the Chinese version of barbecue sauce, and it's a little bit sweet, and it's lovely and savoury, and it's got kind of quite a lot of depth of flavour. The only thing I guess it's different from a lot of Western barbecue sauces, it doesn't have that tang, that vinegar that a lot of barbecue sauces have in them. So that's your main difference. It's kind of smoky. I guess most people are familiar with it when they have their barbecue spare ribs, because that's one of the main ingredients. And it also gives this dish its characteristic colour. It's kind of a reddish brown, which is nice. Right, so that I'm going to add a tablespoon of light soy sauce, and that will give us a little bit of saltiness as well as that lovely soy flavour. I know some people are gluten intolerant, and if you want to use soy sauce, you can actually get something called tamarind sauce, which is very much like soy sauce but does not have any gluten in it. And now I've got 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, which will give us that smoky sesame flavour. And we're nearly there, guys. This is so easy. It's almost feeling like cheating. Right. Now, my little other secret ingredient is about 50 to 80 grams, depending on how much you like them, of cashew nuts, which I've kind of got out of a packet, and I've crushed them up to give them a little bit of texture. You don't want to be having whole cashew nuts in this dish, I don't think. So I've broken them up quite roughly, and I'm just going to pile them in there, and we can just work that in and get them evenly distributed into our meat. And again, that replaces the crunch of the Worcester, so it gives it its own texture. The whole nutty thing, I think, works very well against the crispness. I can say Christmas. The crispness of that lettuce that we're going to wrap it in. Okay, right. I am going to taste this. You should always taste before you finish off your dish to make sure everything is as it should be. And that, folks, is bang on. Why? Because it is so simple. Okay. And the final touch is a couple of spring onions, finely sliced, added right at the end, just to give it that nice bit of freshness. And turn the heat off and just work that in. We don't want to cook the spring onions really, we just want them in there, giving us that freshness and another layer of crispness. Oh gosh, if only I could speak English properly. Right, and there you have it, guys. As easy as that. And now we're all ready for the wrap. There are a few options when it comes to what lettuce you want to use for the wraps. I like romaine lettuce because it's kind of the right size already for the purposes of a portion, for example. That to me is about right. You can use obviously iceberg and even gem lettuce. Gem lettuce may be a little bit small. Iceberg maybe too big. It's kind of like the Goldilocks effect. Romaine lettuce seems to be just about the right size. It's got that crispness. You don't want to use anything that's a bit sort of limp, because it kind of defeats the object of having that crisp wrap around your chicken. This is perfect. Right guys, it's the moment of truth. Check out these bad boys. Look at that. Aren't they amazing? And so easy to make. I think the whole thing took me 20 minutes from start to finish, and now they're gonna go into my tummy. Right, Here we go. And the beauty of it is, because it's all encased in this wondrous lettuce leaf, it doesn't really make too much of a mess. It's fantastic for dinner parties. You just lay out the bowl of meat and then you lay out the lettuce leaves and everybody can make their own. Everybody likes to kind of construct their own food, don't they? Right, anyway, without further ado, here we go. That is so nice. The flavour from the hoisin sauce is just wonderful. And the second thing you notice is the crunch from the cashew nuts. It's savoury, it's sweet, the chicken is lovely and tender. The carrots are coming through now. So nice, guys. Honestly, so next dinner party you throw, and we're allowed to throw them soon, this is what you should make. Chicken lettuce wraps. Let me know how you get on, right? You're always free to comment and tell me how you did. If you go on my Instagram page, Chow with Lau, show me some pictures. I'd love to see pictures, videos, anything you make, I'd love to see it. Because it's just so nice that you guys are actually making the recipes that I shoot. Anyway guys, I'm going to finish this, and if you've liked this video, please leave us a comment, a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care, bye bye.